33 seconds to 44 minutes. That's the average time for couples. In this video, I'm going to break down how you can be on the latter end of that scale, along with some Asian techniques that can be a game changer for you. So if you want to learn more about Kegels and these techniques, then watch this video. Let's go. Kegel exercises are named after a guy called Arnold Henry Kegel, and he's the one who first published research on pelvic floor exercises in 1948. But the idea of the pelvic floor for childbirth, for erection strength and bladder control is something that's been practiced for a while in a lot of different cultures. And that's why in many different cultures they use the squat position during childbirth, because when you squat, it encourages your pelvis to open. Furthermore, later on in this video, I'm going to show you how to use your pelvic floor to get the feeling of ejaculating without ejaculating, and even being able to carry on, or your refractionary period being shorter, just a few seconds. Guys, this is game-changing stuff, so make sure you watch to the end to learn all these keys. So, what exactly is Kegel exercises? Well, simply put, it's the tensing of the pelvic floor. It's essentially pelvic floor muscle training. And a lot of people don't actually have strong pelvic floor muscles. And having strong pelvic floor muscles, guys, is important in so many different areas of our life. And it's something that gets weaker as we age. People think, it's just for women, forget about it. And I'm here to tell you, men need Kegels too. And it's something you need to be very mindful of. So firstly, I'm going to explain 4 big benefits of Kegels or pelvic floor exercises. Then I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'll tell you one big technique that's a game changer. But this technique only really works once you do everything else. So firstly, let's get into the benefits. The first benefit of Kegels for men is better bladder control and bowel control. How many guys do you know that can't hold their urine? Every minute on the road trip, it's stop the car, I need to go to the toilet. And then for some of these people, when they go to the toilet, it isn't one full stream. It's one long stream and then like 4 shorter ones to empty out the bladder. This for some people is a sign that the pelvic floor is getting weaker. Once you start working on your pelvic floor, doing your exercises, you'll be able to notice yourself holding your urine for a little bit more longer. And once you do actually go to the toilet, you'll be more likely or better at actually emptying your bladder in one full stream. So that's no dribble after or no leakages. The second benefit of Kegels is a stronger erection. The pelvic floor muscles are key in sustaining blood flow to the penis and maintaining erections. And also the Kegel muscles can put pressure on the blood veins whilst you're in an erection, helping you keep blood in that area for much longer. So for some people, this helps them have stronger erections, and also these erections can last for longer. The third benefit of Kegel exercises is ejaculation control. No more having to say different stories like, hey man, it's not me, it's you, and all of these things. When you have a stronger pelvic floor, your stamina really does go up. The fourth benefit of Kegels for men is more intense orgasms. Mixing breath control with a strong pelvic floor, you can intensify the feeling. And a lot of people don't actually breathe when being intimate. This is because people think too much, they might be worried, and this leads to shallow breath, and this impacts a lot from blood flow to actually you being in the moment or staying in the moment. Kegel exercises and deep breathing can change that. That's what Tantra is all about, but that's something we'll leave for another video, depending on if you guys do like this video or not. And if you do like this video, take a moment, let's drop a like down below. It's going to help more people see it, and drop a comment so I know if you want me to do more videos like this. Now you know the benefits. I guess the next thing is to discuss how you go about building your pelvic floor muscles. Firstly, where is the pelvic floor muscles? The Kegel muscles or the pelvic floor muscles are the muscles you flex when you're trying to stop the flow of urine. That clench, that's your pelvic floor. Don't go stopping the flow of urine now, that can be a bit dangerous, but that's how you kind of identify it. When you squeeze, you should feel a bit of a pull, a bit of a squeeze, and a bit of a lift. It's not the same as squeezing your rectal muscles, but that's a secondary muscle as it's pretty much all linked. For Kegels themselves, in terms of how you go around doing it, there are many apps and things you can use to work your pelvic floor muscles if you Google them, but I'm going to show you exactly what I've been doing for over 10 years. So I guess the first level, or should I say the entry level, is just doing it anytime that I can remember. If I'm sitting down on the train, if I'm driving, if I'm working on my desk, I might take a second and do a few sets. It might be a case of just squeezing for a second or two, holding it, and then releasing. And then just doing that over and over and over again. That's a very good way to start, sort of like an entry level. So call that level 1, right? Level 2 is anytime you get a semi, right? You stand up, and personally I do it straight away with a semi in the mirror. This way you can watch it rise. You hold, you release, you hold, you release. You're treating it exactly like a muscle. 10 reps and taking breaks between them. You can do around 4 sets. And then over time, you start to notice yourself getting stronger and stronger. And personally, for me, I just stop when the semi goes. So there's no time limit. It's one of those things, right? You do a little bit over a period of time and then you start seeing the benefits. So that's level 2. And level 3, well, this is quite debated. Some people say don't do it with an erection. Some people say do it with an erection. Me personally, I believe level 3 is with an erection. With your knee slightly bent, so when you're doing the Kegel exercises, you're bringing your erection to over 90 degrees, right? So just bringing it up, holding, releasing. And what you'll find is over time, when you start getting erections, your erections will be over 90 degrees. So you're getting stronger and stronger. The level after that, you can start putting things over your erection. Call it added weight. It can start with a towel, then it can go to a wet towel, which is obviously heavier because it's wet, and then you can start doing water bottles and heavy remotes and stuff like that. And the more strength you gain over time, that's where the magic happens, because the stronger your pelvic floor, you can do amazing things with it. For starters, you'll be able to notice your erections are harder, and even look at it, it could look bigger because more blood flow will have it expanding more so you can reach your full potential. But also you start noticing you have more control. It'll be easier to get an erection and be easier to keep it. So to recap, that's longer, that's stronger, that's stamina, and that's control. And with this technique I'm about to show you, it really does add value to it. With a stronger pelvic floor, you'll be able to now control your ejaculation. And by this I mean, it's something you're gonna have to learn and it takes practice, but simply put, every man has a point of no return. A point of when they reach it, you know what's coming next, right? You're gonna ejaculate. And what this Asian technique allows you to do is after you pass your point of no return, for some people getting as close to it actually coming out, them tensing their pelvic floor. And when you tense your pelvic floor, you're tensing it all the way down to your anus, right? And that stops the flow and actually reverses it. And people have been practicing this there's old texts about it. And this is where you start getting into ejaculation and other things, but essentially just holding it for a few seconds, it will go back down. And this technique, you can do it over and over again. So it's you now that's in the driver's seat deciding exactly when you want to ejaculate. The next level after that is where it gets kind of scary, right? Because during that little 5 seconds or the 15 seconds that you're holding it, if you practice your breathing, you can get the same exact feeling of ejaculating, of orgasm, without anything actually coming out. So it's an Asian technique people have been practicing, and that's why some people can have like what they call full body orgasms. That's as a man, right? Where it gets to a different level. But that's stuff I guess over time we can speak about on this channel as we start diving into other subjects, natural subjects from thousands of years ago. Let me know if it works for you. I've coached many people to do this and they come back with some raving reviews. And for those guys who have added herbs on top, literally you can translate yourself to be a king in this. You can turn yourself to she ain't gonna leave, bruh. And this all translates to confidence in life, and you're more in tune with you because now you know yourself, you know your limits. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's something different, so I want to know if you guys want stuff like this more often. If you want to learn more about herbs, click on my face and get my herb guide. And before you go, check out these 2 videos right here and right here. It's your brother Paulo Tote, certified herbalist nutritionist. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.